Aries, my fellow fire sign, my Boston cream, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy here at the Renaissance Tarot, where I serve and I slay. So dear Aries, today I'm going to be doing your reading from September 15th to 21st. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent, past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards, get some final advice for you. So we're getting used to this new deck because it's actually very thick and it's very slippery. Very slippery. So getting used to it and breaking into it. So, dear Ariana, let's get into your reading and see what's going on for you. It's slippery and spinning. Okay. Ooh. All right. So, dear Aries, your challenge from September 15 to the 21st is the Lovers. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun. So Aries, I feel like your challenge here has to do a lot with relationship, with the connections in regards to someone. You could be dealing with a Gemini. I'm getting here definitely strong Leo. Okay, could be a Capricorn towards Virgo or Scorpio. So Aries, your challenge here with the Lovers, we're gonna see what this is about, but I feel like that there is a sense of partnership and a balance that needs to be brought into place. And this is something that we're gonna find out when we clarify. Now, in the recent past, you have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the World. So something ended in the recent past between you and another person. I am strongly getting here a lot of on and off situations between you and this person, you know, constantly getting back together, breaking up, and things like that. And something here eventually with the World came to an end. We're gonna get back to this and clarify shortly. 2:22 on the timer. In the present moment, you have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Could be dealing with the Virgo also. So, in the present moment, I feel like that there is possibly an incoming conversation towards you with the Ace of Swords, which can lead to you and this person wanting to work things out together, right? Eight of Pentacles, wanting to cooperate. My camera is a little bit lower. I don't like that. I just want to make sure that that's too far. Hold on. I want like some space above my head. I think that's good. Okay, so in the present moment, dear Aries, there is definitely a very strong desire here to work something out, and we're gonna talk about this shortly. So in the near future, you have the Fool, the Four of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So there is gonna be an opportunity for a brand new beginning here, and someone here needs to make a decision, okay? Because it's either you or it's either this person could be a little bit closed off. Okay, we're gonna get back to this and clarify this. Capricorn towards Virgo energy. Someone here seems to act a little bit closed off. We're gonna see if someone is gonna finally decide to open up. Now, dear Aries, at the bottom of the deck, there is the Sun. Okay, Leo energy, happiness, joy. There is gonna be happiness between you and this person, regardless, okay? Mark my words, and we're gonna get into your reading and we're gonna see what this is about, dear fellow fire sign. So, I'm going to clarify the Lovers for you, dear Aries. My cutie patootie looking all this so good. So, let's clarify the Lovers. The Lovers is clarified by the Hermit, the Seven of Cups, and the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Cups here again. Okay, it's just like it really comes around when I was mentioning in the beginning. So, I strongly feel like here that when I said in the beginning as well, there is a situation, there is a problem, an issue in regards to actually making this partnership work out between you and this person. Somebody here has a hard time of committing to you. Somebody here is maybe trying to keep their options open. Excuse me, confirmation burp. So I feel like someone here is trying to keep their options open, and there is a very much closed off energy. You could be potentially wanting to say, you know what, I'm going to focus on my own happiness, like I'm going to choose myself. And that is very much correlated with the Nine of Cups energy, which is talking about you choosing your own happiness because you're having a hard time of cooperating with someone that's being very indecisive. Someone here is possibly trying to keep their options open. And that is an issue for you because the lovers is here. I mean, there is a lot of love, sure. But also this indicates that there is something here which is very much bothering you. The inconsistency of this connection. Someone here just not being very much consistent. And I know as a fire sign, especially Aries, I know that you want consistency. You want someone to be very much like let's do this. We're either doing this or we're not doing this. You know what I mean? So the Six of Cups in the recent past, you could have dealt with the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or you could have some Cancer in your birth chart. I don't know why I'm picking up on that. Now, in the recent past, the Six of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. As I said in the beginning, dear Aries, it looks like that in the recent past, there was a lot of on and off, hot and cold connection between you and this person. Maybe one moment you and this person had the idea of living together, of wanting to work things out and cooperate, and then next moment, all hell loose broke. You know what I'm saying? Broke loose, whatever way you say it. Basically, like she hit the fan. So I'm saying some sassy shit. Something here just did not work out between you and this person. There was a sense of family. There was a sense of, oh, we're going to work this out. This is a strong relationship. This is solid, looking good, feeling good. Ten of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. But then in the middle, there is Five of Wands. Possibly also there might have been other external interferences between you and this person that affected this relationship and this connection. We're going to get back to this and really clarify that. Let's talk about the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords here is clarified by the Hangman, the Queen of Cups, and the Hierophant. Someone here did not understand the assignment. Someone here did not understand that what you wanted with this person, okay, first of all, this is the energy in the recent past. What you wanted with this person was marriage, commitment, mega home, mega house, mega marriage, mega commitment. The Hierophant, Queen of Cups, and the Hangman. Okay, somebody here was very much emotionally closed off when it came to this relationship, and this also kind of made you feel a little bit trapped. Okay, maybe you had to deal with this person for a long time, and then there is the World. Something here ended very painfully. So the World is clarified by the Chariot, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Chariot, Cancer energy. You know, I feel like Aries, you might have tried to really talk to this person. Like you might have really communicated with this person what you truly want, like you wanted marriage, you wanted commitment, you wanted relationship, and someone here was not moving. Knight of Pentacles. Do you see how this person's back is against the Ace of Swords, right? And it's just like there is a lot of just stubborn energy, very stubborn energy. Someone just not being cooperative no longer, wanting to work things out with you. There was a sense of rejection here that you also experienced with this person. Now, in the present moment, you have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So again, there is a desire here to work it out, to actually cooperate, to work things out. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Judgment, the Five of Cups, and the Lovers. First of all, there is a strong sense of loss. There is a strong sense of, I lost this connection. I'm so sorry for the way that things actually unfolded between us, the lovers, right? And this is about really someone recognizing and understanding oh my gosh, I don't think I'm actually having another chance with Aries. What do I do? A realization is actually leading this person to initiate some sort of a conversation with you. Okay, Ace of Swords. I did mention that this is a general reading, right? It may resonate with you, it may not. So I do feel like here that someone wants to communicate. And this is about this relationship. This is about the connection that you have had with this person. Gemini energy here. I'm also getting Scorpio energy. All right. And I feel like someone is recognizing the fact that they needed to change something within themselves, or they need to take some sort of an ownership and accountability. They also know, Aries, that with the Ten of Swords here, there was an ending. There was an ending. Things just kind of painfully really ended between you and this person. So whenever there is a request and a initiation of a conversation to work things out with you, you're going to be actually moving very slowly. I know your nature, you're very fiery, energetic, you're the bomb. But I feel like that you're going to be very slow this time. The Devil. Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Devil. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. If not, I feel like that this has to do a lot with You know why you might be really holding off is because something is just very toxic. It's just not healthy. You know what I'm saying? Some sassy shit. I just feel like, Aries, that for many of you, you don't want to rush into it. Look at the Eight of Wands heading out of the Four of Cups. Maybe your person might say, well, you know, Aries, let's work it out. Let's really cooperate. Let's make this happen. So maybe are married, have kids with this person. I don't know. But I'm getting a strong sense of history between you and this person, like a long-term history. Okay, even if it's not long-term, it can feel like you've known this person for a long time. And, you know, unless something here changes, the devil is not, there is no good or bad card in tarot, okay? This is about really someone here recognizing that they need to heal something within themselves. They need to change. Something is just unhealthy. It's toxic. And, you know, we're not here to name call. We're not putting no signs down. I don't want to see no negative comment about this sign, that sign. We don't do that on my channel, okay? We're going to keep it mindful and demure. But there is something very unhealthy that needs to heal, that needs to change. And that's something that the only prerequisite here, if you really want things to work out with this person, you're gonna let him know, look, the Hermit is shedding light onto the devil. What does that mean? The lantern is the truth. The lantern is what you truly see and recognize that this person needs to do within themselves in order for this situation and for this relationship to move forward, okay? So let's talk about the Hermit here, dear Ariana. The Hermit in the present moment. So the Hermit is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Again, so I strongly feel like here that, and the Ten of Swords, it just keeps coming back. You have a strong fear of rejection and strong fear of, not a rejection, not really so much, but betrayal. Excuse me. Betrayal. You don't want to experience that. You know, you don't want to be feeling these overwhelming emotions as if like, oh, I put all of my efforts into this. I really tried to, excuse me, invest into this relationship. I wanted to, you know, bless this person. Maybe you're someone that you work a lot, you make money, you want to really invest your money into this connection, and there is an offer of love, right? Ace of Cups. But you want to make sure that you are not overextending yourself, that you are not overdoing yourself, you are not outdoing yourself because you've done it in the past. You've done it in the past with the Ten of Swords and things ended very painfully for you. You also have the Star, Aries. The Star here represents some sort of a wish and a hope that you actually had within your heart, and it's behind the Ten of Swords. And what ended up happening was basically a betrayal. Your hope and your wish, it just didn't work out. Now, in the near future, the Fool, Aries. By the way, in tarot, the Fool represents you. Okay, so this is your card. Four of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. I see here a lot of resistance from your end. You may be surprised, but like, yes, there is resistance from you because you don't want to rush into this too quickly. Clarified by the Six of Cups. What do you know about Six of Cups? The Six of Cups always indicates somebody from the past. It indicates a past person from the, you know, that you've known. There is a very strong soul connection. The Emperor and the Two of Swords. What did I say? What did I just say? You know, I get a little bit dramatic, but I'm like so tuned into your reading. Look at you. Look at you. You're the Emperor, male or female, doesn't matter. You have the Two of Swords, right? And you have the Six of Cups. So what do you see? You don't have to know all the tarot cards to tell me what you see here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When this person shows up in your life from the past, when they say, Aries, I want to have a brand new beginning with you, what do you think? What do? You say, you know what? Let me think about this. I'm not sure. My cards do not lie. That's why they're always in front of you. You're going to say, hold on, I need to think about this. Hold on, I need to really wonder if this is the right direction. Because look at the Four of Cups here. There is an offer that's presented to this person. This person is not paying attention. Or maybe they're aware, but they're not looking towards that side because you, Aries, have had enough of betrayals. You have had enough of this painful situation, right? And the betrayal could be from a romantic partner, from multiple people in your life, friends, you know, and that's what you don't want to experience anymore. So this sense of like being deceived, this sense of being lied to, somebody not being honest towards you, you don't want that. So the Four of Cups in the near future is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Strength, and the Ten of Wands, and the World. So here is the thing, you have no problem with wanting to end things. Do you love this person? Sure. Do you want to be with this person? Yes. But at the end of the day, you're realizing that, you know what, if it's going to take all your strength, if it's going to take all your focus away for you to invest into this relationship, and you're going to end up being the one that's carrying all the burdens, that's texting, calling, investing into this relationship, you don't want to do that, because there has to be equilibrium. There has to be equality between you and this person. So I'm saying, and this has to do a lot with you realizing it's like, yeah, you are a badass, you're a strong person, you're a very strong sign, the first one of the zodiac, the ram, right? Have you ever seen two rams fighting? I think that's the cutest thing ever, when they bump heads. So funny. But at the end of the day, you really want to make sure you're not sabotaging, because there is something prepared for you. This could be a success. This could be recognition, popularity. This could be something that you really have been wanting to create for yourself career-wise. You're a very career-driven sign. And I just feel like that you really don't want to sabotage that, because if a relationship is going to feel like a freaking burden, you just don't want to do that. You want to make sure that both of you are on the same page and in the same boat. That's why the lovers is your challenge. Like I said in the beginning, partnership, it's about companionship, it's about equality. I'm seeing here number twos. So, Queen of Pentacles. Let me clarify the Queen of Pentacles here for you in the near future. And the Queen of Pentacles is, someone here could be seductive. Someone here could be very much alluring to you, like with their looks and everything or whatsoever. You just got to be very mindful. Eight of Swords, Temperance, Sagittarius energy, Knight of Swords. Here is the thing, don't get caught up into the illusion, okay? If someone has not done the healing within themselves, and I keep it very real, as I always do. If someone hasn't done the healing within themselves, if someone hasn't really been able to find harmony within their soul, within their heart, and they're just rushing back into this relationship, or you have the urge, this might be you having the urge to rush back into this connection, wanting to really see if it's going to work out or not, you got to be very mindful and got to be very slow moving, because Eight of Swords, what frequency is this person operating from? What frequency are you on? Is somebody going to match my freak? Is somebody going to match my freak? That's the point here we're making. So this is the reason why in the near future you want to make sure that this relationship brings stability. This relationship brings the promise of the promised land, the milk and the honey. You know what I'm saying? Before you commit yourself to it, Justice, the scales, Libra energy. It means that things have to be balanced, right? The law of duality. There has to be balance. We're not going extreme. We're not going this way, that way. We're not overcommitting. We're not undercommitting. There has to be balance and equality for you and your person to really be together and to have a good life and to have a good time. So let's get the advice for you, dear Aries, and see what is it that you need to know. And also we saw at the bottom of the deck there is the Sun, which is talking about a lot of happiness, talks about, joy. So, okay, so here's the thing. Again, Four of Pentacles, like I said, you seem to be very much closed off. You also are focusing on your money, on your career. There is a very fine line and a boundary. So the Hangman, Ten of Swords, and the Two of Swords. The reason why the Ten of Swords has been following you throughout the entire reading, you saw that. You can rewind it and you can watch it, right? Because you seem to be really having this legitimate, justified, I would say, precautions, right? To be careful so that you don't fall into the same situation where you feel a little bit where you feel betrayed or left out or let down. The reason why is because you gotta have an understanding, which I think that you are having. When you make the decision here with the Two of Swords, the Hangman is looking the other way, right? Are you sacrificing? This is the card of a sacrifice also. There's multiple meanings to it. Are you sacrificing your happiness and your joy to make this decision? At what cost? At what cost are you making this decision? So yes, you can take a look at this relationship and at this situation from a different angle, from a Hangman's perspective, right? Going against the current, non-conventional, against the society's rule, whatever your situation might be. But you gotta make sure that you are ensuring your safety and that you're not falling back into the same old patterns, into the same old situations, and hence sabotaging your own happiness and your career. So, fellow fire sign, cutie patootie Ariana, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.